Hello, this is Miho. How are you guys doing? I'm recording in Canada, and I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So today, I'm gonna talk about what's the game of life from the spiritual point of view. So this is something that very interesting aspect of ideas, because you wonder why you had to go through certain experience that you could have avoided it, or you just didn't want to do it, or you didn't want to face certain events in life. Maybe somebody close having a illness, or you've lost somebody close, or you financially struggles, or you have such a bad experience in the past, or you have bad relationship with your family, your parents, or kids. And what if the life has none of those and it's just happy, right? And full of happiness and peace. You all wish that. We all do. I do too. I wish I could erase whatever I had to go through in the past. But spiritually, the game of life means, for instance, like, okay, you are playing the game. So because you're the beginner, you start from level 1 and you start the hang of it and you clear certain obstacles, right? And you go to level 2 and then you do more of the struggle and a little bit of problem solving, and then you go to level 3 and so on and on. So that really challenges you and it makes it fun and interesting, right? So you continue. Same for the soccer. For instance, if there is no goalkeeper and there is no defense people, and they say, please just kick the ball and just enjoy just kicking the ball to the goals, and it doesn't so same applies for playing the soccer game. For instance, you're the player and then there's no goalkeeper or the defense people, and they'll say, please kick the ball and make a goal, whatever you like, how many you like. And then there is no one is stopping you, and not even person to stop the goal, right? And of course you kick it and it goes in, but the fun of it, it's gone, right? Because there's no one is disturbing you or trying to stop you. So same applies for the life, because you spend so much time and use your mental strategies and techniques, and you practice. That's why you know how to handle the ball better. And when you have finally got the goal, it really means something. It means your whole tons of hours of practice and learning all those skills that applies to the actual game and a team play, and they help each other, and you just get around the obstacles and get to the straight or the fastest way to the goal, right? So the same applies for the life too. If your life is all happy, sure, it would be nice, right? There's no worries, no events that make you wonder why this happens or make you sad or troublesome, and a hardship and a suffering. It would be nice that you don't see any of that, but that actually makes your life interesting. It's not just interesting, it's your stepping stone to level up yourself. For instance, that okay, I had a hard time with my own mother, so I spend a lot of time on a relationship, how to get it better, understanding the human natures and why people behave in certain ways. I was so interested in because it really affected me so much, right? And I, of course, studied people, studied from the books and talks and actual experimenting. And I started really sensitive to the people's energy because I had lots of troubles with, from my parents. So I needed to really read their energy, sort of not to be, get into trouble. Not that I start to read people's energy because of the parents. I start to feel the energy of people because it's a survival mode. Otherwise, I got into trouble from my parents, that kind, right? So you enhance in certain level, right? From that experience. If I didn't go through that, if I was allowed to do a lot of things freely and really loving and openly admitting or approving me so much that I didn't need to spend time to figure out the relationship and how people think a certain ways or get really caught up in a vicious cycle, right? So it has its own gift. Same for people who had bad health. All of a sudden you took everything as granted and you don't have that function of the parts of the body. It scares you, it really inconveniences you, it frustrates you, so that you realize that, oh my gosh, the health is so important and this is something you could look after yourself, right, instead of neglecting it. Or people who lose the loved ones, like you're in despair, like you just don't understand why these things happen. But of course you don't want that happen anyone, but you learn such a precious lesson that the life is so limited, not forever. The soul goes forever, but the physical self, is not forever. So that, you say thank you or love, people you love. Don't hold it in, or you just live your life to the fullest, or live in the moment. All those important lessons you actually really engraved in you because you've lost someone so close. Or you go through family's death that you did not need to see, how humans deteriorates, and it's very sad, but it also realized that it could be you, it could be to anyone. It doesn't matter the age, it could happen to anyone, right? In any age, and you really appreciate the life, right? So same for the finance. For instance, you had such a hard time with the money or bad image of money. You have a lot of debt and it's suffering, right? But the same time that you managed through, and you have so many other things that's going other than money. And also, having a trouble with money really makes you grow, and it makes you hunger to be better, to get out of it. And you start using your knowledge and wisdom. If it's given to you, it's not the same because you're not really earn that money in a way that you really what works through your life to get to the certain financial success, right? So that means a lot to you. So when you look at from that point of view, no matter what kind of hardship you're going through or you are having or facing, it has its own plus to you. Because of that, you've grown, you expanded, that made you who you are, and then it makes you to understand deeper of certain subject through your experience, and you grow so much and deeper and wiser and understanding, the growing, the empathy. That's all coming from your experience, right? So it's not all the experiences are bad. You think it's bad now, but when you get out of the other side, it's all treasure to you. That's what makes you, strong, how strong you are and how wise you get, because of that experience. So when you think that way, all the hardship, it could be your defense in a soccer game or troubles in your game. And because of that, it makes your life interesting. If there is none, if anyone could do it, there is no mean to it, right? So because of the certain, obstacles and hardship, and you go, use your tools or the wisdom or the technique, and you go around it or you tackle it, and that's how you get to the next level, and it makes it interesting, right? So when you think that way, maybe you feel a little bit better, right? So hope this helps, and see you in the next video.